All right, let's clean these hoses.
Ew. Nice.
Don't do that. Don't pull that. Don't pull the pipe cleaner back out like that. You'll get some nice gunky algae or whatever the heck that is. But yeah.
Nice.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of my first video where I talked about, or rather showed you how to dismantle your 2-level family rise garden to get it prepared for a nice deep clean. I may have mentioned it in the other video, but just so you know, you want to do a deep clean about every 3 months or so. I think I have read somewhere or have heard other people say that they push it out to about 5 months. So I can't remember which number that is, whether Rise suggested 3 months or someone from the Facebook group. And I just want to give a shout out to the Rise Garden Facebook group for everybody, all the admins and all their help. It's a nice little community of people who have purchased their Rise Garden. And we just kind of get together and talk and share ideas and suggestions. Anywho, but on to what we're talking about today. So I showed you guys how to dismantle everything to get it ready for cleaning, the shelves. And as I went, you know, I got this little Tupperware thing where I put all my net cups and the things from my, what do you call it, my little trellises, your little covers, water covers, the little hoses and stuff like that. So this is something that I think is really great to have on hand, so you can just kind of toss them in there. You're gonna want to use, I use distilled white vinegar. I think I've just seen white vinegar or what have you. This is always a really good disinfectant for gardening. Some people do use bleach. I have heard people use bleach. I just worry about the chemicals and not being able to rinse it enough. But I assume that it's safe. You can always reach out to Rise and be sure that it is. Also, when you're pulling this huge reservoir, I was lucky enough to have my husband around to help me out. If you are a little weakling like me, you will want to have like a little flat dolly. I've heard people say that they've had a dolly, or you know, they just made multiple trips, kind of scooping the water out, taking it to the sink, scooping the water out until it was something that they could lift. Always be careful when you're trying to manage these. Don't ever try to lift it by yourself, because it is very heavy. So let's just get going on cleaning, and I'm going to show you how I go about doing it. Lovely skunk out. It's not really bad, actually. It's not too bad looking. So now I've just got everything in here soaking. I'm gonna work on the hoses in a bit. I'm just gonna have everything sit in here, let it soak. In the meantime, I'll move this guy to the side. And I'm just going to clean down the tray covers. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use my my solution. My vinegar and water solution. Set it aside. So I gave these a nice water vinegar cleaning. I love that sound because it makes me think it's clean, or makes me feel like it's clean anyway. It's not slimy or greasy. So, and you basically just do the same with the trays. Trays may need a little bit more cleaning because they have all that residue from the nutrients and the roots and leaves and all that stuff. I do suggest that you do this right away and don't let it dry up and get caked on. One side. This might be easier for some folks to do outside, or better. I just prefer to do it inside. My weather isn't hasn't been the nicest lately, so you know, me trying to do this in 60-degree weather is just not appealing. All right, and I'm gonna let this other stuff sit overnight, and hopefully it'll start breaking down all that gunk in there. So I'm gonna take these trays and shelves back and put them in and let them dry. I'm just checking this one over here because you want to make sure that that hose, that it's not going to leak. So just make sure that hose is sticking up just enough so that the tray can sit over top of it, and then the water just go right down into the reservoir. And put all your trays back. Obviously we're gonna have to move some of these things because we have to get the hoses back on. But I just want to lay them out. This is the best place that I have to lay them out and dry. For the most part anyway, because they're always in water. So that one down there. Okay, so got all that done. All the trays are back in, have been cleaned. Again, I'm just going to let the hoses soak, and then we'll go from there. So I found out that this side of the cleaner was way too big to fit into this one. Now, some people I've spoken to said that they have used this. It's just you've got to use a lot of elbow grease. I don't know, maybe I'm just not that strong, so it didn't work for me. So I ended up just letting this soak overnight, and I got a smaller one on Amazon. It came like 24 hours. I love my Prime. So I'm not regretting getting that one because the big one was still good for this pipe, and then the other one where you saw it splash me in the face. So yeah, it's good for the bigger ones, but this one here, I'll post both of them in the link. I think this was like $5 or $6 on Amazon. It's perfect. There's also one, I assume that this comes with like, what was this, 4 or 5 different replacements. So I got 2 just in case if one of them didn't show up. Again, I think this was like maybe a little bit more like 7, but still totally worth it. I will also say that Rice Gardens sells replacement hoses. I know some people do that as well. But you know, I just figure if I can clean it, I'd rather do that. I've only had this for maybe 3 months, or actually maybe 4 now. So I don't want to have to get a new one just yet. It's still in really good condition. So we're just going to go ahead and try this guy here. And I already started, as you can see, it's a little clean, so I didn't want to look like an idiot on here trying to feed a little hose through. But as you can hopefully see it going in there, starting to grab all that gunk. And it pulls right out. Look at that. Awesome. Wow, look at that. That's just nice and yummy looking. So yeah, cleans off nicely for the most part. So yeah, this is a good investment. Feed that through again. Oh wow, it even goes all the way. Look at that. So it goes through, I wasn't sure how big this connector was, but it goes through the connector here. So that's actually nice. So I guess I can just continue to feed it through. I don't know, we'll see. Actually, it's starting to get stopped, so I will just pull it out. I don't know if the gunk was blocking it or what. So you're gonna have to pull these two pieces apart if you want to get through here, because this part could not feed through the smaller end. So pull these two pieces apart. Or if you do this every 6 months, just go ahead and replace the hose. Again, you'll see it going through. And it catches that nice big old blob. Lovely. Nice roots. Okay. This guy through again. Oh, nice. And that just the propulsion, oh, you missed it. It pushed out some more of the gunk out of that other end. So cool. All right, so now we just kind of squeeze this guy back together. Might need paper towels because my hands are wet. Don't get the paper towel in there though. So there we go, you get it back together. All right, so now we're gonna get everything back together. Everything out. Give it a quick rinse. Alright guys, so I just brought everything back in here using the reservoir. And it's there. I'm going to go ahead and put this back in there because I found it to be helpful. Came with it, so I'm going to use it. Like I said, I think it really did a good job at capturing all the roots and not allowing them to get down in here. Go. Put this back. Get this hose back in. It's always tricky. Yikes, I'm spilling. And you'll just pull it down there. I'll show you how to do that in a second, because that's going to hook back up to the water pump. All right, so now I'm going to get this connected back to the pump. Again, it's just as simple as twisting it on like that. All right, so you're going to pull this out. Grab this guy, lift it up. It scooches right on in there. This is your water pump, as you know, so we're gonna, this keeps coming off, we're gonna put that back on there. Connect this back, okay? And there we are. And so that's that. This was the whole process of the deep cleaning, how to clean it. If you check out my previous video, you'll see how we went through the steps of dismantling it. It's very simple. Again, this should be done, according to Rise, should be done every 6 months. I've had my garden for about 4 months now, and I'm kind of glad I did it now because as you could see, those hoses were really gunky and a big mess. Pretty easy to clean. Again, you can buy new hoses from Rise if you'd like. They sell all of these pieces separately too, so if anything ever breaks, you can always replace it. Or if your tubing gets really dirty, or sometimes I think these trays over time, people say that they, I guess, start getting a little white, I guess just from cleaning it a lot with, the vinegar or soaps or what have you that you're using. You can always replace anything here. And that's it. So I hope this video was helpful. If you thought so, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Give me a comment if you have anything to share, or have any questions. That'd be great. I love your comments and all the interactions that you've given me. Even there was another subscriber that actually helped give me a tip on one of my other videos. So I appreciate any questions and comments, because I find them very helpful for me as well. So anywho, here's wishing you guys great eats and happy gardening, and always be kind to one another. Take care.